There is a large part of the world that was oppressed by communism for many years. Donetsk, Ukraine, suffered under this totalitarian control for decades. Fortunately for us, God sent us Doug and Marge Reeves from the Sunset Bible Institute, which has had a very effective method to help spread God's Word into the area. As an extension of Sunset Bible Institute, the Ukraine Bible Institute trains native believers to go and teach so that time is not wasted while a foreigner learns the local culture. So far, this program has graduated about 150 students who have gone on to preach and teach the gospel throughout the Ukraine. Madison's missions donations have been supporting Doug and the efforts of the Ukraine Bible Institute since 1997. In supporting UBI, Madison Missions funds the education of missionaries on an ongoing basis. Those who are currently receiving our support are Mihail Naumov. Mihail was in the first graduating class of the Ukraine Bible Institute, and he currently preaches and teaches in a number of congregations throughout the Donetsk region. Anatoly Khrushchev. Anatoly focuses his efforts in the local prisons. He has baptized many souls into the family of God. Bogdan Yusinski. Bogdan is currently a student at UBI and works with youth at the local church. Andrei Kitnyuk. Andrei is another student who depends on our funding to attend UBI, and now he is learning and growing in his faith. And finally, Natasha Shashenko. Natasha is the administrative assistant at the school. She does translation work for the curriculum with visiting teachers and oversees benevolent work with local hospitals and orphanages.
What was amazing to me on our 2008 trip over there was the scope of the work that the Ukrainian Bible Institute has undertaken. We got to interact directly with the students and children who benefit from their efforts. You'd be shocked at the condition of many of the children's hospitals and orphanages over there. We were able to help in a small way by fixing flooring, painting buildings, and even building a playground at one of the orphanages. It really brought home the vital nature of spreading the gospel in this part of the world. One of the highlights of the trip was a family life seminar put on by our own Dr. Frank Scott live at the Institute. The Ukrainian people are hungry for this kind of teaching, and I felt like Frank really did a lot of good with the seminar.
So what are the fruits of this mission? 150 graduates into the mission field. Several churches planted. Help for the sick and abandoned. Hundreds of baptisms. And God's Word spread immeasurably by the hard work at a remote hub of missionary activity that depends on us over 5,000 miles away, donating a few dollars and a lot of prayer to help us reach the world. If you would like to be a part of the efforts of Madison's missions, please contact Greg Huffine at ghuffine@aol.com or just speak to one of our shepherds.